Hello and welcome to day 30 of the Greatness Within Journey. 31 days to reconnect with yourself and start creating a life worthy of you. Today, I'm talking about one of the um, most challenging things to deal with, especially if you're into relationships and you enjoy people and you just want people to do it together with you. Is the idea that not everyone survives the journey. One way to think about this is that, as to use companies as an example, the needs of a startup company are not the same as the needs of like a big corporation, something that has been established for several years, for decades maybe, and they have different needs than a startup company, just as the small and medium companies have a different need altogether. So you have to think of that same approach as you go through your own journey. You have probably identified ways to know, okay, who to invite on your journey, who to like keep away from the journey, and you come up with different ways to determining things. But since everything evolves, and as you go through the process, you're evolving yourself, you're becoming a bigger version of yourself. You may have different needs than some of the people that started with you in the process. So it's just finding a way for you to kind of like internalize, okay, yes, we can still be friends, but that doesn't necessarily mean that because they're friends, they have to stay all the way through, especially if they're helping you in your own company or they're helping you in something specific. Maybe at some point, what you're trying to accomplish is going beyond the capacity of this friend of yours that's helping you to put it all together. And it's difficult to do because there's an emotional connection. But as you think of it overall, that person served you for a specific period of time, and it wasn't intended for them to be serving you all the way through. So, like, I think of it like we run across people that may come into our lives for a very specific purpose, and when that purpose is met, then they move on to some other uh, project, a different um, relationship, a different direction altogether. So just understand that just because some people are very close to you now and they want to be on the journey with you, they may not be there a few months from now, a few years from now, and they may just be there for an instant, one day or two, and that's it. And that's okay. It doesn't mean anything good or bad about the relationship. It just simply means it ran its course, you grew apart, or you just became a completely different need, and their talents were not necessarily a match for what you're trying to accomplish. So that's pretty much it. Find a way. Understand that not everyone it's going to go through the journey together. It'd be awesome if it would happen, but I come to recognize that it doesn't. Uh, the friends I had in high school, we don't necessarily talk much anymore. We have gone in different directions. What it interested to me is not as interesting to them, and what's interesting to them is not as interesting to me, and all different kinds of things. But it's just going to happen. It's part of the growing process. It's part of your evolution, and what's cool about it is that as you evolve, you will find people to connect with. It's just going to be a different version of relationship, and it's just a different flavor of the same thing that started in the beginning. So enjoy it, welcome the journey. Um, just understand that things change, and because things change, requirements change. So that's why this is always a process of reinventing, a process of taking what you need and ignoring the rest. Thank you for watching. We're almost there, almost done. And I thank you for your time and for investing in this process. See you tomorrow on our last